Hey everybody, I'm HeroicNerd, and today we are actually going to be finishing up the saga of Xemnu, the intergalactic criminal who is the arch nemesis of the Hulk. But as you can see, he's no longer fighting the Hulk. I don't know, he's had his fights with the Hulk. He's had a couple of them, at least 3 of them, that I've covered. If you haven't read those, go and read those. They should all be in the playlist called The Legend of Xemnu, I believe. But anyway, he's picking a different target now. If he can't defeat the Hulk, he's going to defeat the Hulk's cousin. We're talking about the sensational She-Hulk in a fantastic story called Star Trek. Yes, Star Trek. It's a play on Star Trek. This one is Star Trek. And it is more than I was expecting. It was more than I bargained for, honestly. Reading this comic was incredible, because I didn't really like She-Hulk. I didn't like the Marvel TV show very much. I didn't think it was very funny, but these comics from John Byrne, oh my god, they're hilarious. It made me consider wanting to cover the entire She-Hulk John Byrne line. There's like 40 something of them, man, but they are so funny and so creative, and so it's good. And we're gonna experience it right now. This is when She-Hulk crossed paths with Xemnu the Titan. That's the one big problem with being a superhero. Sooner or later, you're bound to end up hanging from outside of a rocket that's being hijacked by a couple of truckers. Who knew? Here we go. Stan Lee presents Star Trek. And so, as we reach the end of our tour of the new FTL facilities here at Cape Canaveral, I'd like to take a moment to once again say thank you to the She-Hulk for being our celebrity guest and helping us make this a truly auspicious occasion. It's lovely, isn't it? It's that 90s artwork, man. It's great. Okay. It's a lame way of getting me down here. You try to figure out why an assistant DA would be hanging around NASA. I mean, to me, faster than light makes about as much sense as slower than dark. Thank you, John Byrne. It's fucking ridiculous. But I like it. I believe this is where she crosses over with the Fantastic Four? Or is that the next one? I don't know. Mrs. Walters, I'm Corey McFarlane. Dr. DeWitt asked me to drive you to the launch pad. Oh, sure, I might as well get this story well underway. This is all preamble, you see. This is all preamble to figure out how it is that they're going to get She-Hulk into space so that she can fight Xemnu. This is quite the facility you've got here, Corey. I'm surprised NASA could afford it in this age of budget cuts. Well, I guess the government sees a need for it, ma'am. After all, with all the superheroes and supervillains who have access to crafts that can fly to other galaxies, it just didn't seem right that we were still chugging up and down in old space shuttles. Well, there's that. Isn't that the Challenger? What's it called? I don't know. Yeah, I guess there's nothing that gets outmodded faster than space hardware. No, ma'am. That's why we're all so proud of the Star Blazer. Is that supposed to be the Marvel analog of the Challenger? Ah, there's Dr. DeWitt and Mr. Fantastic. Oh yeah, this is it. This is where she meets the Fantastic Four. Reed, it's been forever. I didn't know you were here today. Jennifer, good to see you again. Yes, I've been acting as an advisor on the FTL project. Since the members of the Fantastic Four were testing the prototype of a faster-than-light drive, when we encountered the cosmic rays which gave us our powers, it seems only appropriate that... What is it? A screech! Yeah. What in the heck? It's Big Pig number 2? Oh gosh, I wonder what Big Pig number 1 looked like. He's doing something. He's blaring, he's Blair. But it's a truck! An 18-wheeler! But I've never seen one so big before. Yeah, that's what she said. Big and fast! Come on, She-Hulk. Looks as if it's up to us to do something about this. Reed, getting the civilians clear. Let's see what happens if I try the most direct approach to stopping this thing. Then what? Oh, it ran her over. Oh, wow. Tough truck. Who knew? Who knew? And what's he doing now? He's just circling. Why? Is it a bomb? Oh my god, please don't tell me they're gonna bomb this fucking thing. No, there's more to it than that. He's driving everyone back away from the launch tower. He's trying to sabotage the launch, but why? Well, there's only one way to find out, and that's to ask. Okay, good buddy. Pull over. Wait. There's nobody here. It's some kind of remote control gizmo doing the driving. Attention, all personnel. Clear the launch area. Repeat. Clear the launch area. Star Blazer is in launch mode. T-minus 6 seconds and counting. Launch. What? What? I don't get it. I don't understand. But there's nobody inside. You can abandon pursuit of that truck now, She-Hulk. It's obviously just an diversionary tactic to cover the hijacking of Star Blazer. A hijacking? I know she's rigged for a full flight crew, even though this was going to be an unmanned test. But you mean there's somebody on board? Yes. And, frankly, I'm at a loss to know what to do about it. She's already too high for me to stretch to, and by the time I could get to the Fantastic car I flew down here, Star Blazer will be well beyond its ineffective ceiling. Plus, there's no way we can track her once she goes into hyperdrive. Well, I guess that about covers everything, except what if we do a pss, 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 a pss, 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 pss. An excellent suggestion, Jennifer, but there's no reason to whisper. There's no one close enough to hear our conversation. Yeah, whatever. But true, we've got to keep the readers in suspense somehow. They're gonna do a slingshot. Oh no, they're doing something else. What is it? Ready, She-Hulk? To make this count, I can't maintain this extension for long. But if you miss, there'll be no second chances. She belly flops. Okay. Okay, I've got to read. Oh, we've already shown it's on the cover. And now by the numbers, run! And jump as high as I can into what? Geronimo! Okay. Compressing a super elastic body. So it's like he's basically a trampoline, I guess? I'd say up, up, and away, but I think that we'd be infringing on copyright. Oh, She-Hulk, you're very funny. You're silly. Oh, she made it. What a 1 in a million. Oh my god, look at her face. That's great. Well, I almost made it. I'm hanging on one of the boosters, and I've seen enough shuttle launches on TV to know they're going to drop off pretty soon. So I've got to get over to the Star Blazer. Okay. Uh-oh. I don't see any convenient doors. Suddenly, this is beginning to seem like less than a brilliant plan. Even if I hang on long enough for the wind pressure to let me, that'll just mean we're out of the atmosphere and into a whole nother kind of problem. And there it goes. I'm weightless and floating in a hard vacuum, as opposed to a soft vacuum. A normal human would explode in about 15 seconds. I've got longer, but I don't have all day. Okay, now, Jennifer, don't panic. Good little superheroes use this kind of thing to their advantage. Without the wind pushing me back, I can move freely, so let's get over to the edge of the wing, and on top of the bird, much more likely to find a door up there. Bingo! I got the bingo! Nice little airlock with an external control. Wish I hadn't thought about air, though. Even my lungs have only so much capacity. So who stole the damn thing? Is it Xemnu? Boy, the darn door is sure taking a long time to open. Let's talk about it for 15 minutes. Let's have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 fucking word bubbles about it. There you go. Okay, who did it? Is it Xemnu? It's not Xemnu. It's the Bull. It's the Bull Man. She-Hulk. She-Hulk, speak to me. Take it easy now, little lady. You're among friends. I'm called Razorback. And I'm Taryn O'Connell. Okay. Wow, look at her. Look at her go. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Because She-Hulk doesn't have like the musculature of a Hulk, you know what I mean? It's like they turned her into a supermodel, but she has the strength. But I remember back in the 90s looking at this and thinking, God, she's so buff. But then, like, if you look at female, like, bodybuilders, forget it, dude. Forget it. Those girls have, like, such lean definition. I don't have, well, I can't even show you all my muscles, but you know what I mean? The definition on those girls, they have, like, a very low, like, muscle to fat ratio. Body fat percentage is astronomically dangerous levels is what it is. Anyway, I'm getting off track. O'Connell, I'm afraid that name doesn't ring any bells. But if I've heard of you, big guy, you're the Arkansas trucker come superhero who got mixed up with Spider-Man a while back. And you're chasing the hijackers too? So he's a Spider-Man villain? Ah, they don't have an asterisk. Well, no. We are the hijackers. What? Then why did you save me? You know I'm not just gonna have to call the Avengers first chance I get, don't you? Oh, I don't reckon you can do that, She-Hulk. Is that a threat, Tusker? In case it slipped your notice, I'm not drifting unconscious in space. No, it's no threat, She-Hulk. While you were out, we figured the hyperdrive engines were 10,000 light years from Earth now. What? Then where's the window? Okay. 10,000 light years from Earth, and that's as cosmic as it gets. Come on, Byrne. It's my first time in deep space in my little title. You can do better than that. Oh my god. Oh my god. Fucking great. Look at that. You could do more cosmic than that. That's better. 10,000 light years into space. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's gaudy. Look at that. What are we even looking at? It doesn't even matter. That's like Jack Kirby's nightmare space right there. It's good. I mean, I'm not complaining. It's fucking ridiculous. And now I think some explanations are in order. Razorback, if you're supposed to be one of the good guys, why are you stealing government property? Well, he did it to help me, She-Hulk. I guess I should tell you my story. See, I was a trucker too, one of the best. But my life started fantailing when I got involved with Ulysses Solomon Archer and his brother Jefferson. Two more different guys you couldn't hope to find. Their story started on a dark and stormy night, when their rig was forced off a cliff by the mysterious outlaw known as Highwayman. Jefferson's Archer's body vanished, and Ulysses, US we called him, he ended up needing a metal cap to replace part of his skull. Life was pretty much one big adventure after that. It was like a story out of a comic book. Oh my god, in the cast we had Papa Wheelie, Wide Load Annie, Retread, Midnight, who turned out to be Mary McGill, and the Highwayman, who turned out to be Jefferson Archer. Spoilers. What is this? Does anybody know what this is? They're a group of truckers, and they're also superheroes? I don't know what title that is, or if that's even a title. I don't know. No, it must not be, or else they... be it for me to understand that Stan Lee would never pass up an opportunity to advertise, so... I don't know, I'll have to look up these characters and see if they have their own title. I'd be interested. Superhero truckers, that sounds cool. Sounds like something good for the channel. See, he faked his own death after he got hooked up with this genuine extraterrestrial outer space alien. Yeah, you could just call me Al. Okay, alright, Al. It turned out all of the weird stuff that had been happening to us was all part of a test. The aliens were looking for an Earthman to go to the stars. It seemed they needed truckers out there. What? That doesn't make any sense. US and Jefferson had always been rivals, mostly because of Jeff's jealousy. So they had one last race out into space. Jefferson tried to ram... Wait, hold on. That's a truck. Right, that's a fucking truck. That's a semi flying in space. They're semis. And what is that? A truck stop in space? What is this from? I have to know. This is great. Jefferson tried to ram US. He missed and his truck crashed into the moon. What are you talking about? I need explanations, please. The aliens saved Jefferson and told US he'd won the right to go out into space with them. But when everybody came back to Earth to say their farewells, they found out one of the problems they'd been having wasn't caused by the aliens. The man named of Leonard wanted to get the land Papa Wheelie's truck stop and diner stood on. What the fuck are you talking? Are you even speaking English at this point? He'd hired the firm of Clutch, Grab, and Legreed to squeeze Pop out of it. Since the U.S. Was going off into space, Pop and Wideload decided to go with him. And they took the whole shortstop diner. Dude, are you fucking kidding me? This is nuts. This is like as crazy as comic books get. Mary McGill was Pop's waitress and cook. She went with them. She and me had been well rivals for U.S. affections. She said she thought I should go, that US might like it, but I couldn't. It was all too scary. And now it isn't anymore, that is it. That's a big 10-4, She-Hulk. Taryn wants to find Ulysses Solomon Archer, and since I'm the only superhero who's also a trucker, she asked you to help. Okay, I've got it. But why the hijacking? Why not just call the Avengers or the Fantastic Four? It's right up their street. Alright? I've tried before. I've gotten in touch with Razorback. I really did. But the Avengers have their butler and the FF have their robot receptionist. The screen, the calls. Oh, the crackpots just don't get through, and let's face it. If you weren't standing here right now on board a hijacked spaceship, would you believe one word what I just told you? Yeah, alright. I don't believe it, and I just read it. Star Stop? What the fuck? What is going on? Sure, well, I mean, except for the flying trucks and the diner going off into space. That's what I'm saying. That's where I'm lost. I'm like, wait. So they're truckers, but they're also intergalactic truckers and they're superheroes. There's got to be like a comic book somewhere that explains this. Okay, and the guy with the CB skull cap and the alien called Al. Okay, I begin to see your problem. I don't condone your solution, but I see your problem. But space is kind of big. How do I expect to find this Archer guy? By using us for the beacon sent out by Papa Wheelie's diner. We've had our fears on since liftoff, knowing we must have some way to call us business, and by golly, it looks like we've arrived. Okay, and there it is, the Star Stop. This is big, guys. This is a big deal. Looks like Papa Wheelie's business was doomed since the last time I saw him. Sure does, Taryn. Now hold on, we're gonna dock. Look at this place. It's like Star Wars. Look at all the creatures. And there's some old shortstop at the center of it all. Where is it? So, they just took a diner, a truck stop, on Earth. And they just launched it into space and just planted it right in the middle of a space station. That's crazy. We're gonna be here anywhere. It'll be here. I just know it. Okay, where's all these aliens? See if we can find anybody we recognize. Probably not. Oh, I recognize them. And there's Papa now. And you're sure that's the off-ramp we need? Yeah, sure. Just swing a ride loop around the Phoenix asteroid, you know? Huh? It's Taryn O'Connell, and Razorback. You guys know who these fellas are, right? This team right here. You guys know who that is, right? I'm not gonna explain it. I'm not gonna disrespect you guys by explaining who that team is. But I like cameos, Marvel superhero cameos. Oh, Papa, it's so great to see you again. But you know, Razorback? Well, sure, I run a truck stop, don't I? Manny's time and men swapped tall tales over a cup of Mary's Java. It's good to see both of you too. But not you, Greenie. We don't serve your kind here. My kind? Just what the heck is that supposed to mean? Scrolls. We've got no place in the Star Stop for no laser-licking scroll, so you can just haul it on out of here. Racism. Oh no, Papa, no, she's not a scroll. This is the She-Hulk. She must have read about here before you left Earth. She-Hulk, yeah. Now that you mention it, it does ring a bell. No offense, ma'am. You understand, I don't gotta be careful about who I let in here. Yes, sure, but everything is so changed. All these alien waitresses. Did Mary McGills decide the trip was too much for her after all? No, Taryn. She's settled in just like the rest of us. But she's taken a few days off, what with the baby so close to being due. There's a baby? No fucking way. I thought that lady was like old. I thought she was like geriatric. Gee willikers, Papa. You could have found a better way to break the news to Taryn. Where is she? Yeah, it's Jerry. No, oh, okay, look. Oh, Jesus, look at that baby bump. My gosh. Well, yeah, I guess I didn't think about it. Being the first time Taryn would find out about it. Mary and us have been married seems so natural after all this time. Married, so you're saying Razorback sacrificed his rig, we stole a NASA spaceship, became criminals, practically kidnapped She-Hulk, traveled 10,000 light years, all for nothing. Yeah, they're married now, and he's got her knocked up, so... I mean, you can still steal him away if you really do love him that much, but I mean... She'll make a good single mom. Nobody cares. I'm not going to say I'm not going to say I'm sorry, Taryn. Maybe if you had come with us like I suggested, things would have turned out differently. But you didn't. They didn't. And me and US are hitched and we're happy. Say, where is Archer anyway? With his wife so close to her time, I'd have thought he'd be here. Well, as a matter of fact, She-Hulk, we were starting to get a bit worried ourselves. US is out on the coal sack, shipping condensed lithium blocks on the Vigolanians. But him and Retread should have been home 2 days ago. Oh, they gave her Princess Leia's hair. Look at that. No brakes. That's US's homecoming signal, but he's coming in full throttle with no brakes. Oh, he's got a fucking United States truck. The US Archer. Is it braking? Is it blowing up? He punched right through the main dome. That's okay, it'll reseal itself, but we've got to find out what's wrong. Whoa, pregnant lady, Jesus. Maybe you shouldn't be leading the charge here. Look at this mess. It's a miracle nobody was killed. But the truck, it's so silent. And the US. Keep back, Mrs. Archer. They spilled fuel everywhere. Okay, the doors are opening, something's getting out, and finally, it's not just someone. I am Xemnu, and I am your master. The next issue, I have no mouth, and I am mean. In 30 days, yeah, 30 days my ass, we're reading it right now. And now we will read. Now that you have all of the preamble, almost too much preamble, yes, you guys have everything you need to know to enjoy the sensational She-Hulk as she takes on Xemnu. She-Hulk is in trouble, and not even the riotous Razorback can help her. Oh no, Razorback can't take Xemnu. Xemnu's fucking A-class. I have no mouth and I am mean. Hi, Wheezy Mason here. I'm not really scheduled to appear in this issue, but since this is the second part of She-Hulk's first cosmic storyline, I've been asked to stop by and do a quick synopsis of what's going on for all of you first-time readers, or people who might have missed last issue, like Bob Wiacek. Okay, well, first up, of course, is She-Hulk herself. She's Jennifer Walters, and she's first cousin to Bruce Banner's the Hulk. Jen was down in Florida visiting Cape Canaveral when she met up with Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic, the leader of the Fantastic Four. He was assisting NASA in the testing of their brand new faster-than-light spaceship, the Star Breezer. Gosh. Okay. When it was suddenly hijacked by Taryn O'Connell and the trucking superhero known as Razorback, She-Hulk caught up to them and learned they were searching for Ulysses Solomon Archer, an ace trucker himself and an old friend of Taryn's. Seemed his own comic book had ended with him going off into space with an alien called Al. So there is a comic book. I need to know what it is. Because at this point, there's not very many titles that I don't know about. So, you know. And US's good buddies from the Shortstop Cafe, Mary McGill, Papa Willie, Wideload Annie, and Retread. Now Papa and Wideload run the Star Stop, the best place to get a good cup of Java and 12 systems. That's pretty much where we left it last issue, except of course some huge cosmic menace turned up on the last page. But I think I'll let him introduce myself. Oh, and then here's the copyright notice. Yeah, kiss my ass. I have no mouth, and I am mean. Let me see. Okay, everybody's here. Yep, there's the pregnant lady, Razorback, She-Hulk. Yep, they're all here. Yeah, that's what you said last issue, pal. But as far as you've done is make a big mess of the Star Stop parking lot by crashing US Archer's star rig through the space dome. Luckily, the hole you made automatically resealed itself before everything got sucked out. But who's gonna clean up after you? And what have you done with US and Retread? I am Xemnu. I am your master. Who knew? What a touching sentiment. Even though your own miserable lives are soon to be forfeit to my great cause. Your first concern is for those whose inspiration brought me here. Very well then, here they are. They don't look like superheroes. They don't look as cool as I thought they would. You may have them. Oh, US baby, are you okay? What did they do to you? Oh, Mary. Oh no. I try not to tell him how to find you. Find the baby. You cannot resist the mental powers of Xemnu. The baby. He is after the baby. Wait a minute, I remember. Xemnu, his whole shtick is kidnapping children and using them to repopulate his home world. Yeah, and now he wants US and Marty's kids. Weird. Just two? That's not enough, Xemnu. That's not enough. Exactly. I realize. Wait, hold on. What's Xemnu's voice? Should I give him? I'll give him villain. Exactly. I realize my schemes in the past have been unsuccessful because children were infants, are already too closely bonded to their humanity. Even in their youthful state, their psyches resist my shaping. But now I intend to begin by manipulations before the child is even born. How are you gonna whisper psychic energy into a fetus? Does it even have a brain at that point? Well, excuse me, but I sure hope you don't expect us to stand around while you do your nastiness. No, not at all, female. What I expect all of you to do is fall down. Look at it, they're all falling. Oh no, but she's pregnant. Oh shit, what? What's going on? Taru! Oh, she's having a dream. Very interesting dream. Look at her! Oh man, who is that? Hercules. Oh, it's Hercules. Ooh. Ooh, the pages. The issue is getting sexy. Huh? What's going on now? My characteristic forelock isn't dangling over my face. Oh, I get it. I'm upside down. And I'm not alone. God damn it, She-Hulk. Ugh, we're sure enough beginning to get worried about you, little lady. Do not struggle to resist me, Mary Archer. Once I have attached this psycho relay helmet to your head, you will begin transmitting my metamorphological data to the unborn child, reshaping its genetic structure so that when it is born, it will be of my race and not yours. No, US She-Hulk Razorback. Anybody help me? Oh, Jesus, look at that. This isn't going well, is it? Fill me in quick. What's the space-age chamber of horrors Xemnu got us strung up in? It ain't no chamber of horrors, She-Hulk. Or at least it didn't used to be. It's our garage. That's right. We're all unconscious. Xemnu converted it to his own needs. Okay, that makes makes some kind of sense, I guess. But what about all of your loving customers? Hasn't anybody tried to help us? Sure, lots of them. And Xemnu zapped them just like he did us. Look out that window to your left. The parking lot is littered with KO'd aliens. And what about you, Razorback? Obviously, you've been unconscious longer than me. Have you tried breaking these ropes? 10-4, She-Hulk. That's the easy part. But every time I start to get loose, Xemnu puts me back to sleep. We figured he must have guessed your strength from the size, She-Hulk, and with you an extra big zap up front. But that's why we've been dreaming through all this. Okay, exposition now for now, time for some action. Alright. First, we 80-6 these ropes, somersault into better fighting stance, and tap the friend Xemnu ever so lightly on the back of his pointy little noggin. Okay, so it wasn't strictly kosher hitting him from behind, but he wasn't looking. When you're dealing with somebody of Xemnu's power, you don't want to play by Queensberry rules. I don't know what Queensberry rules are, but sure. Razorback, break free, get the others out of here, and I've got to press my advantage while Xemnu is still groggy. 10-4, She-Hulk, you take care now. Yeah, that's Arkansas. I lived in Arkansas for a little while. That's how they all talk down there. Don't worry about me, good buddy. I'll be okay now. That's how they talk. They talk with like it's a southern accent. See, look at those giant. Jesus Christ, he's got bigger muscles than I do. Besides, we haven't had any good senseless violence since I took off on Stiltman. Oh yes. And that was 3 issues ago. So, too bad for you, Xemnu. Looks like you're gonna take some lumps. She's giving it to him. Wrong, She-Hulk. So very wrong. You may have caught Xemnu off guard for a single moment, but that is not enough. Oh, nuts. Must be time for an ad. What the heck is oh, what? She's hairy. She looks like Chewbacca. Oh my god. What is going on here? Ah, She-Hulk, you are conscious. How unfortunate, for the transmogrification process has been relatively painless up until now. I cannot say the same for what lies ahead. Xemnu, what are you playing at? No play, She-Hulk. This is not a game. Your ally, Razorback, used the distraction you created to destroy the machine with which I intended to transform Mary Archer's unborn child. But Xemnu is never without a contingency plan. I have had this second mechanism for some hundreds of years, as you humans For some years, as you humans measure time, I have lacked only a subject of sufficient stamina to survive the mutative effect, until I found you. Now you will become the bride of Xemnu. Oh my gosh, that's kind of cool, actually. That's a good idea. I mean, imagine. With his brains and her muscles, they could take over the galaxy. Oh, fine. All the latest summer fashions cause for more of an exposed skin, and you're gonna leave me needing a bikini wax that'll cost as much as the gross national product of Portugal? Your words are meaningless, She-Hulk, but it does not matter. I have only to throw a single switch, and your transformation will be complete. Let the Xemnu live. That Xemnu need never be lonely again. Alright, just hold it right there, Big Bear. What is that? What the fuck? What the fuck? Wait a minute, something's wrong. Hold on. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. That was so confusing. I had to go and check, like, all the archives and stuff, because I'm like, wait a minute. What the heck? Just hold it right there, Big Bear. Then there's a bunch of ships in the sky. They're all heading for Xemnu. I think. Some of them look like they're heading away from Xemnu. Some of them look like they're heading towards Xemnu. Okay, and then smash cut here. I thought for sure there's a page missing. There's not. I checked every archive. I checked everything. There's not. This is it. So, anyway, when Xemnu saw how I'd wrecked his machine, Wait, hold on now. That's fuck. I'm mixing up my accents. When Xemnu saw how I'd wrecked his machine, he grabbed you and She-Hulk, jumped back in the U.S. Archer star rig, and peeled on out of here so fast there was no way we could have ever caught up to him. But luckily, since he took my rig again, old Al here intercepted him. Since Al and his convoy were already coming in response to the distress signal I sent when Xemnu attacked me in the first place. Say, are you okay now, little lady? You don't seem too glad to have been rescued. Oh, it's not that, Al. I'm still smarting from the laser alosis your wife gave me. Yours certainly is permanent. Oh my god, so what, they lasered off all the hair? It'll last as long as there's stars in the sky, She-Hulk. But you still don't look too happy. What else is on your mind? Is it something about Xemnu? He's safely under lock and key now. And the hypno dampener we brought along when you heard us Mayday will make sure he stays that way. Yeah, I know. It's just that, well, maybe I'm overly sentimental. My dad always says I cry at card tricks. But that thing Xemnu said about never being lonely again, well, it got to me all of a sudden. I understood what Xemnu was all about, and I feel sorry for him. So Xemnu doesn't want to be alone anymore, huh? Well, you know, I think maybe there's something we can do about that. Annie, have you seen Big Enelwyn lately? Why, yes, Papa. He was here just before Xemnu arrived. I bet he's still here. Let's see. And that's a great idea. You be okay now, Bears. Daddy's got to go to sleep for a while and not know why. But he's all better now, and Daddy protect you like always. Let's see, Enelwyn. His name is Big Enelwyn, and he's a giant. Oh, is Wideload Annie. Hello, Wideload Annie. Enelwyn, glad to see you. What is it? Come on along, Enelwyn. We've got a present for you. Present for Enelwyn? Oh, what is it? Oh my god. What a great bear. They gave him Xemnu. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Enelwyn will love him forever. Look, oh my god. They always got to do the comedy endings. That a giant alien who collects teddy bears. Weird. Oh, and it gets even weirder, She-Hulk. We've discovered from all the gifts our customers have been bringing for US and Mary's baby that the teddy bear is the commonest toy in the whole galaxy. Even planets that don't have bears still have teddy bears. Weird. So Xemnu's harmless as long as the hypno dampeners keep his powers in check. And I guess he'll never be lonely again, although I don't know what the hell, he'll enjoy it a whole lot. No, he won't. That's awful. That just leaves you, Buford. I know, She-Hulk. Terran and me hijacked the Star Blazer to come out here and look for US and the others. Guess that ain't worked out quite the way Terran wanted. We're ready to go back to Earth and pay the tolls. And that's the story, DeWitt. Well, She-Hulk, although it's true Mrs. Hollis and Mr. O'Connell were not authorized to take the Star Blazer, they've put her through a shakedown cruise better than anything that NASA could have. So, as director of the FTL program, I'm prepared to waive any criminal charges. In fact, if Mr. Hollis would like to continue piloting the Star Blazer into even deeper regions of unexplored space, we'd be delighted to have him for Holland for NASA. Yes, these are excellent ideas. Yes, Buford, I am so proud of you. Oh god, and suddenly they're in love. Suddenly they're in love and they're doing the kisses. Then they're gonna have little bull babies. Little razorback babies. That's what, because when I lived in Arkansas, I lived in a city in northwest Arkansas. Razorbacks, dude, they're huge. The Razorbacks are the college football team in Arkansas. That's why he calls, and trucking is a huge thing down there too. But yeah, that's why they call him Razorback. Ain't love grand though? Come on, I think they'd rather be alone just now. What say we cut to 2 days later? You kids be careful now. It's an awful big galaxy out there with a lot worse than Smokey to worry about. The Big Pig 3, United States. That's sweet. They became space truckers with the Big Pig 3. Because that's what it is. Razorbacks are basically pigs. They're basically pigs, but really, like, aggressive, I guess. We'll be okay, Wide Load. And thanks for everything, Mary, US Retread, and Papa. That goes double for me, She-Hulk. No doubt, but I've got my license revoked for good. But for you, anytime, Razorback. You keep in touch now, you hear? And there they go! And nobody can make any cracks about pigs in space. Wait a minute, I just thought. How the heck do I get home? We've already taken care of that, She-Hulk. Come on round to the garage in the back. The shortstop. Me and Al have a surprise for you. It's a 59 Dodge. My dad had one of those when I was a kid. Yes, Papa's had it sitting back here for as long as I can remember. He always said I could have it and fix it up. Now me and Al have just done that, and we want you to have it. And she's gonna drive home? She's all gassed up and ready for the flight back to Earth? What the fuck? You can fly. You mean this sucker has interstellar flight capabilities? Yes and no. The engine compartment is too small for the kind of full modification I did on the USS oil rig. I was able to juice her up enough for one jump to Earth. After that, she'll be just a run-of-the-mill flying car. Oh my god. You must run in some pretty extraordinary mills. US, I don't know how to thank you enough. It's our pleasure, She-Hulk. You help us beat Xemnu and you got Razorback off the hook. This is just our way to show your gratitude. Now, come on back to the house. Mary wants to make sure you get a good meal inside you before you hit the spaceways. Yeah, sure, thanks again. But then, I really better get a move on. I know the subplots must really be piling up back home. Okay, I'd like to speak to Jennifer Walter, please. The name is St. Christopher Nick. Nick St. Christopher. Next issue, The World's Greatest Detective. Find out in 30 days. I don't know. You guys tell me. Apparently, she's going to represent Santa Claus? I don't know why she wants to represent Santa Claus. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Did you like the sensational She-Hulk? Should I do other stories from this series? Is this a good vibe for you guys? I like it. I like John Byrne's She-Hulk. I like the comedy. I like the tongue-in-cheek nature of it. I like the fact that it pokes fun at aspects of the Marvel Universe. I like the fact that it has a lot of D-list characters in it. I love the D-list guys. I love the weird, obscure guys. Well, if you guys have seen any of my gosh darn videos, you know that. I love the D-list guys. They're great. They're great characters. But anyway, that's it for this issue. Let me know in the comments if you want me to cover some more sensational She-Hulk stories. But for now, that's it for this comic. If you liked reading this comic with me and you want to read more comics with me, like this video, subscribe to the channel. Till next time, nerds, stay heroic.